how's it going? So this is technically a continuation of the last clip from last week, which I just filmed, but I still don't have that rare way of seeing in, so hopefully that'll come in by the end of this video that you're currently watching. But the rest of this stuff is really, really expensive, and all from, except for one thing, is from, what do you call it? Supanova. So let's dive into it. I had this Samurai Jack Blu-ray. I got it like 2 years ago, maybe. Still have not finished the show. I'm like 6 episodes in. I was trying to binge it all before Film and Mark came to Melbourne last year, but then he cancelled like 2 months before the event, so I was like, alright, I guess I don't have to watch the show then. I mean, I'll eventually watch it. I wasn't as captivated into watching it at the time, and I want to watch other ththings instead, so I did that instead. Lo and behold, he did come to Melbourne in the end, and I got him to sign it, so it does say Film and Mark, and he's written Jack underneath it. I didn't bring the whole thing because it was weighty. I brought it in a spare case. But I mentioned to him how I hadn't finished the show yet. And he's like, oh, you got to watch that final season. It's really good. It's so beautiful. You'll really enjoy it. And I'm like, yeah, I probably will once I've watched the rest of season 1, all of season 2, 3, and 4. But I didn't tell him that. But the implication was enough that it was like, oh, I just haven't watched the last season. Let's roll with that. I'm more of a Futurama fan, that's why I wanted to meet him. He's also been in a bunch of stuff that I've seen, and it's like, hey, that's kind of cool. He was the only celebrity I had interest to meet this year, so why not? And he's a nice guy, you know. I wish I had more time to speak with him, but it was one of those occasions of just when I got in the line, suddenly more people showed up. There wasn't anyone there while I was trying to buy my ticket. Ridiculous. Anyway, I need to try to remember for next year to not bother with buying a ticket in person, because it's meant to be cheaper, but then they've still got fees for using a credit card or a debit card or whatever. Transaction fees, which is really, really annoying. So it cost me $63.50 to buy that ticket, which it would have cost me that much if I had bought the ticket online, but it's like, it should have just cost me $60 to buy the ticket to meet him. What the fuck's that all about? So, yeah, all these transaction fees are doing my head in. There were so many transaction fees on Saturday. Not from Umbrella or Dead and DVD, but from, like, all the smaller markets, because everyone was using transaction fees, and it was just like, why? Why is this a thing? Anyway, I went to JB with my partner because I don't even know why we went there. I don't know. I was just at JB, I guess, and I found The Rocketeer. I think. Oh yeah, I remember. I still can't remember what day it was. My head's a blur right now. I ended up finding out a Prince Steelbook, which my friend really wanted. So like an Oppenheimer Steelbook. Who would have thought that there was an Oppenheimer Steelbook still on the shelf? But my friend wanted it, so I bought it for him. But I got The Rocketeer. It was $10. I figured, look, it's one of the few Disney films, especially live action, that I don't own, that I still wanted to get, that are, you know, hard to find now, and obviously they're kind of small restock of a bunch of Disney. So yeah, it doesn't have, like, any special features, which is ridiculous. The fact that it just says, celebrate the 20th anniversary of a movie that has no special features. But it does have, what's her name? I've already forgotten her name, Jennifer Connelly. So, like, I just saw her in it. I'm like, look, I gotta be honest, I've never seen it, and I will gladly watch it just for her, which I think is enough of a self-explanatory thing. So, yeah, I think it is a cool-looking suit, at least for The Rocketeer, but it wasn't in my, I'd say, era, at least, for when it came out. I think this was like is this the 80s? Probably not, maybe in the 90s. I'm very much confused. I think the 90s, because it was Phenomena was in the late 80s, so this would have been the mid to late 90s. So I think, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, but I have it now. Just some cute little things. Charms I got this little dude from Psychorg. I did an interview with her last year. I got a little haul as well from her, so a couple weeks back, which I've posted as a short on my channel, so if you want to take a look at her stuff, if it'll focus. So yeah, she's just a friend of mine I've known since high school, who's one of those talented artists. I don't know anything of the sort, but yeah, so she was there at Supanova, which I obviously knew she was going to be there because I'm friends with her on Facebook. I follow her pages, and she was there last year, so I figured I'd stop by, buy some things. I also bought this from Bimphy, who's known as Alex. I have never known her name before, but I met her last year and I wanted to buy another thing from her, so I bought this little bread man, where it of course says "Be gay, do crime." So yeah, there is actually a plastic film I'm meant to take off, which might hence explain all the reflective natures to it, but at the same time, I don't really mind. I'm just keeping it in its little baggie for now until I eventually figure out where I'm going to put it. Yeah, I like getting charms and stuff, but I also like supporting friends, so it's like one of those things of like, yeah, that's cool. I got some stuff from Bimphy last year. I bought some stuff at the Arrow store. All of the really, really cool stuff is going to be in the later section where I talk about what I got from Dead and DVD. Actually, that's not even the coolest stuff. I got that Super Mario set. It's in the thumbnail. You can scroll to it if you want to, but I want to show off everything else. We'll get there. They gave me some free knickknacks, so it's a poster for the Weird Al Yankovic film. It is double-sided, which is decent. I do have the 4K of this that I got from their website for like $20 odd, which I was pretty happy with. I don't mind the film. I like this poster. It's got a nice look to it. But yeah, it's a fun enough film, you know, for a biopic. There we go. It's folding now. There's also a poster double-sided again for Repo Man, which I'm yet to see, but I do have their umbrella release of it, which I don't think came with this poster. But I do like this Japanese poster that they have on the back. It's just got a nice look to it, which is probably just, again, stills from the movie with a kind of groovy effect, so I'm very interested to watch it. I've obviously heard good things, so, you know. There was also, like, stills from the movie Kids. I'm pretty sure it was Kids, because this is, like, Rosario Dawson. Like, yeah, Kids. I have not seen Kids. I don't have the Blu-ray, but they gave me a bunch of stills from the movie, which I do not need. There's like 6 to 7 of them, maybe even 8. So, you know. Then we have Flesh and Blood, which is the limited edition slipcover release, but not the hardcover release. They did have both, but I didn't really care to buy that much, and they were also like, oh, if you buy 2 slipcover versions, we'll do it for $50, which I think is fine anyway. This is usually like $30 to $40, and the other one I got was $25 usually, so I don't really mind. But my mate convinced me to get this because he's like, oh, it's like one of Paul Verhoeven's first films. It's got this weird, can you see that weird effect on it? All kind of grunge and dirt and stuff. I don't know. It's a nice artwork. I do like the art. This is the reversible sleeve, which basically just removes the, like, I think it's the NA or R-rated sticker that's on the side. So, yeah, not a bad thing, but I do like Verhoeven's films, so can't really go wrong there. Might convince me to make a Verhoeven collection, but yeah. And so yeah, again, inside artwork, R18 sticker. You get the little J card as well, which does emphasize it's actually number 10 of 1700. How about that? They had all like the early number releases, which was really funny. That was definitely deliberate because, well, you'll see. This one I'd actually ordered from them, Reanimator, a couple months ago. I ended up getting a refund on the order because I'd ordered this with like the Young Guns 1 and 2 set and Tank Girl, and I was like, look, it's here. I was buying it for a friend. Turns out the friend already has it, so I'm keeping it because I don't have it. I have the Arrow video set. I've replaced the artwork, so it's reversible. This comes with both cuts, which is the main thing that I wanted, the integral cut, because I rewatched the theatrical cut earlier this year, and I really, I love this film. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen Reanimator, I highly suggest it. But it does come with the reversible artwork, which is really nice. This is definitely one of those releases I'm happy I have, because I have their Beyond Genres set for Reanimator 2. It's Reanimator 2 and 3, actually. But that's the main artwork that it comes with that. And this is the disc 2. So, yeah. I felt like it was an obvious flip in terms of choice, because you got, the disc artwork and that, they all match, the disc artwork and the inside artwork. So, yeah. That just seemed like the better artwork to have on display. It's really nice. So yes, that meant that I had to cancel my order with Tank Girl, and I ended up reordering it, but that's okay. Actually, I can say it now, yeah. I don't give a shit about the Young Guns 2-pack set because apparently the Blu-ray for the first film was a really bad transfer, so it doesn't really matter. But having rebought this and then cancelled my order for Tank Girl, I ended up reordering Tank Girl because I want that limited edition because I have never seen it, I want to see it. And I ordered it with a 2-pack of Bliss and VFW for, $30 odd, 25 I think. Became a $100 order, meant I get free shipping. Because I bought it, they sent me a discount. They're like, you're now a VIP, here's a 25% discount. So my next order, which I also had to cancel because it included the Raid, the $100 4K set, and the Mario 4K set as well, which I bought after the old set had, been out of print, and then they brought this new one out. So I ordered both of those two, $250. Ended up getting that cancelled, reordered, you'll see why, reordered the Raid, and I ordered it with like the limited edition version of a Fulci Giallo that they're selling because they gave me the 25% off. So I was like, oh, I'll treat myself. So instead of spending $175, I spent $130, but that won't come in until like July. So I'm telling you now, just in case. This is what I had to cancel the order for. So, I will admit, I wasn't a huge fan of this film when I first watched it. I am yet to rewatch it, but I will be for this 4K. I do have the limited edition, what do they call it? The Fungus edition? Collector's edition set. This is the limited edition one, the actual limited edition one that went for $1,000 on eBay. I'm going to do an unboxing of it at the very end of the video, but I do want to mention now, because of course it does still have like the film thingy and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be at the end of the video, just because, actually, I could do it as a separate video. I really could, couldn't I? I'm not going to, because it's been out for long enough that other people have definitely already made their own videos. So I'm not going to do it as a separate video, but it will be at the end. I say at the end because I got other stuff. I got Ricky, Ricky O, the story of Ricky. I should have watched this when I got it, but I was too busy watching Touch of Evil and a bunch of other shit. I watched King Kong Lives, oh my god. This was a suggestion by my friend Guy to get, apparently it's really fun. Daniel, another friend of ours, was there, and he was like, yeah, no, you gotta get Ricky O, it's really fun. Because Guy was like, it's the kind of movie where I will just Snapchat every single scene of the movie to him. I do that occasionally if there's a movie I find to be really, really fun or really, really stupid. It does come with reversible artwork, but I'm happier with the redone artwork from 88 Films. So I'm very excited to watch Ricky O. So while that was $30, I should mention the order I got from Umbrella was like $200, because that Mario set is $150. So it wasn't cheaper because I got it in the flesh, but the guy who was there was like, because you've already ordered, because I mentioned I'd already ordered it, so I didn't want to buy it in the flesh. And he's like, just email us, cancel the order. It doesn't come out till like June, July anyway, so it doesn't matter, And I'm like, yeah, that's good. They're still getting my money. I'm just gonna get a small refund for like the $100 odd I've already spent. So yeah, I got Zombie Holocaust. Don't type that word in the comment section. It helps if you're suddenly like, trigger warning. Don't worry, it's a different movie. It's actually Dr. Butcher, MD. I don't know what you're talking about. Isn't that cool? Like, what a thick sleeve. Dead End DVD had this. Oh, baby. When I saw they had it, because they still had the 88 Films release of Zombie whatever, Zombie Holocaust, I was like, I want to get the Dr. Butcher cut, because apparently that one's much better than the standard version, and they couldn't release the Dr. Butcher cut in the UK because it's like, I don't know, against the restrictions, that kind of bullshit. Either way, I got the Severin release. Also, I have mentioned in previous videos how I had a problem with the Dolby Vision on my TV. I don't actually think it was the Blu-ray player. I'm pretty sure I just need to change the settings on my TV if that stuff happens. Because I was doing that whilst Touch of Evil I was watching. It had the laggy effect, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just change the setting, because sometimes it has like a cinema mode, sometimes it has like a Dolby Vision mode. I changed the Dolby Vision from cinema home to cinema mode, and it worked perfectly. What are the odds? Anyway, that means I don't have to worry about future 4K issues. Anyway, Zombie Holocaust. It comes with, as you can see there, 2 discs, 4K of either films. I think with just trailers on both. But then, as you see here, you have all of the other special features for all the Blu-ray stuff. So, yeah. Don't really know if you need to pause or read this, but, you know, it is what it is. You get the 4K of both films, you get the Blu-ray of both films. Oh, but that's not all. So, yeah, 4K of Dr. Butcher, 4K of the other one, Blu-ray of Dr. Butcher, Blu-ray of the other one. I like that they've got different artworks. That's really nice. Something worth noting, if I just briefly show off the reversible artwork. I'm keeping this artwork because it tells you what's on each cut, and there's a 4K case, so you can't really tell. But yeah, cute. I like that. That's a nice reversible artwork. Interesting. I do like how it just says approximate running time, 81 minutes. It doesn't tell you anything else about the movie. Why does it need to? Who cares? Alright. The last thing in that set actually is, if I just gotta pinch it out. My goodness. Oh, I pinch it out from that side. It comes with a vomit bag. As you see there, you can pause and read, you know. What does it say? Yeah, may induce vomiting. There you go. So it's apparently that level of depraved that it comes with a vomit bag, which is insane. A great detail from Severin. I know that it's not uncommon for them to do this kind of thing in some of their releases, but I've never had it personally, and that's just nice. It was a $75 purchase, which is another reason why it's taken me so long to buy it. But getting it in the flesh, knowing that, I don't know, I can light up Joel's face by showing him how much I appreciate getting DVD. He knows how much I appreciate his goddamn store. Like, where else was I going to get it from? No, but seriously, where else was I going to get it from? Like, I'd have to import it. I'm like, it's just going to be hard. I'll just do it. I'll get it from him. And it comes with the sleeve. Ah, oh, beautiful. Benissimo. The last one I got from Joel, City of the Living Dead. I accidentally picked up a different film, which was something about a cemetery. I don't know. Another limited release, but I decided against getting it. They had this, and I figured, you know, I really enjoyed it when I watched it, and I felt like I would like to get the limited edition 4K UHD. I didn't need to get it. I just felt like it. Comes with the sleeve, which again, slight difference in color, a bit pulpier, but much like with all their new 4K UHD editions that they're doing with Carrie and Blood and Blacklist and all that, it does have the sleeve, and it is a new thing that they're doing. I'm not huge on it, but I'm also not against it because they are thin enough sleeves. You can pause and read this if you want to. I don't know what the difference is with the actual original Blu-ray that they've released. I didn't have the limited edition set, that's the only reason I wanted it, but also it does come with different artwork, which I appreciate. At least I'm pretty fucking sure it comes with different artwork. I never really looked at the original set. But I, of course, did change the disc artwork, the cover, so it has this. I'm pretty sure my Blu-ray is just this version. It does come with, is that just art cards? It has art cards. They're double-sided, so, you know, I won't show them all off. You don't care. I don't really care that much either. The disc artwork is nice with the priest there in what looks like an eyeball, which is a really cute effect. Reversible sleeve is exactly the same as the outer box. But again, the main reason I bought this, outside of just kind of being like, why not get the 4K UHD? I don't have a UHD disc for it. You know, the extra HDR grading could make it look nicer or whatever. I don't care. I really like it. It's my favorite Fulci, at least of his zombie films. So yeah, get a landscape poster of the new artwork and a landscape of this artwork. I know that there's various artworks for these films, so yeah. And of course, the booklet, which this one on the front actually tells you that's in Dunwich because it's based on the Dunwich Horror, which is, of course, the Lovecraft. And then it just has essays and images and nothing nudity in what I'm showing. No, that's a lot of images from the movie. You know, regular shtick. But this one I would highly recommend. Realistically, you could recommend any Fulci because there's such a variety of stuff. So if you don't like his zombie films, you might like his giallo. If you don't like his giallo, you might like his zombies. I like both. But it's one of those things where it might depend on the mood. I might like zombie flesh eaters this time, but not like City of the Living Dead next time, you know. But in reality, it's just I prefer this over Flesh Eaters or The Beyond or House by the Cemetery or the blah 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 blah. It just keeps going. So I do have the standard Blu-ray. I might give it to some friends who really like Fulci's stuff. Oh, that's some really nice artwork. That's actually that's really nice. Damn. Maybe I'll keep it. I was thinking of maybe lending it or giving it to friends, because I've given Blood and Blacklist to some friends before, so I'm like, oh, I'll think about it, but they might already have this. Knowing them, they've already got it. Okay, so last but not least, we got Mario. Yep, we got the whole Super Mario. There it is. That's still upside down? It's meant to be backwards in the image that I'm looking at, but yeah. Yeah, where are those plumbers? This is obviously a bizarre movie. People dislike it, people like it. It's up in the air. It's not really up in the air. People don't like it. If you want to buy this stuff, you can still buy the stuff without the movie. I already have the standard Blu-ray, which is a 4K transfer, and the work print cut, but that all comes in this set as well, so I don't need that stuff anymore. This was the main reason I wanted to buy it, this kind of stuff. This huge-ass This Ain't No Game book. Again, I had already ordered the other version, and why not just keep the version that has, all the extra stuff with the stickers and whatever. Like, the amount of detail that goes into this, and yes, I did have a lot of people questioning it. I bragged to friends, and they also were like, isn't that movie terrible? And I showed it to my girlfriend, and even she was like, don't you hate that movie? Thank God she wasn't at Supanova with me. She would have convinced me to not buy it. But then it's like, I'd already bought it. I might as well just get the limited edition version instead. Pre-production, actual concept designs, and working them. It's such a unique film in that regard of just what it looks like. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of imaging. There's even like the marketing at the end of it. There's interviews, restoration and revival. There's a whole kit and caboodle about it. I'm trying to show this off as best I can. There's all the game, like, art cards, the little Bowser, Koopa Trooper dudes. Yeah, there's a lot here. There's all the marketing for the movie as well, tie-in merch, on-set photos. I need to dive into this stuff properly. It is such an extensive amount of stuff. Art cards, of course. Yeah, but again, my girlfriend, of course, questioned, why, you hate this movie, whatever. I must have watched it with her last time, because I watched it for my birthday, and I was like, man, this movie is just not great, is it? But it's one of those things where it's like, there's more Bob Hoskins dancing as well. Whoa, sorry, I scared you. I scared myself, don't worry. And then back to the bazookas, yeah? No, bazookas was the last one. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to say I'm going to convince myself that the movie's good, but sometimes you can have an appearance of a movie and then actually look at the movie and it's like, oh, maybe. I'm not going to try to convince myself it's good. I might just enjoy my experience next time. I know I've had that with a bunch of video game adaptations. I really like the Resident Evil films, even though I used to absolutely hate them. And I just grew to love them. You just can sometimes. If it helps, I did actually rewatch the film, and I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I expected I would. A lot more than I initially did as well. So, again, no masterpiece, but I do enjoy the production design and a lot of the characters and the acting. So there's a lot of elements that I just enjoyed a lot more this time. I understood it a lot more this time. I should also mention Assassin's Creed. That's the one that people hated, but I didn't dislike it the first time I watched it. I liked it. Same as, like, Death Note, but that's different. But still, it's like, Anyway, opinions, they're fun. This is the limited edition film cell. I will be taken out of its little clasp because it's a magnetized clasp. Wow, look at that, how fancy. It's got a lot of plastic on it, so it's like, I guess for protective measures, which I don't really plan to take off because I don't need it to scratch. So it's the woman in the movie, like, I think it's Bowser's wife or, girlfriend or whatever. There you go. That's a good way to show it. Where's the little thingy? not the best film cell, but it's at least I can recognize what's inside it, you know? You get your booklet, which is like a ad magazine thingy, you know, talking about the movie with some stills, advertising, other games kind of things. There's a whole bunch of stuff inside it. It's just a lot of funness. I don't know. Sticker sheet, also limited edition. You can't get this in the standard release. So it is what it is. Oh, if you really want to know, this does tell you what number it is. It's number 13. Unlucky number 13. So, yeah, I got number 13 of 2,250. Crazy. You do get the script as well, which is nicely detailed, nicely structured as well. It does have an interview at the start, as an interview of Parker Bennett, Super Mario Bros. By Parker Bennett and Terry Ronte, and Super Mario Bros. Revised draft by Dick Clement and Ian LaFrenaise. So, yeah. Different scripts. There's a page. And the lucky last piece of the puzzle, of course, is the slipcover, Trust the Fungus, which you can get this by itself. I don't really need to advertise that, but you can in case you want it. If you want it. I did use the reversible artwork. I think the artwork on the inside is the same, but it just comes with a rating logo. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong by saying that. But I do like how it actually emphasizes what's on the discs as well. Because there's a 3-disc release, so it's a 4K and 2 Blu-rays with a bunch of like commentary tracks, all kinds of stuff. And then the Blu-ray disc 3 is the work print in HD and a bunch of featurettes. So it is I can get rid of my Blu-ray version because this compensates. It's the 4K and the Blu-ray. You get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray, you get the work print edition. This is what you get in the standard release. And then you get 2 posters as well. Artwork on the other side, yeah, just remove the PG rated logo. As an overall, this set is quite extensive. I can see why a lot of people are saying it's one of the best of the year, if not the best, just from, like, hands down, this is just an amazing set. I'm pretty sure it came out last year. It might have come out last year. But, like, the same kind of principle stays in mind of there's just so much to this set. So if you want to get the re-release, you can. It doesn't come with the film cell or the stickers. It's the same price, but you can also buy it without the movie if you just don't like the movie. This is the Japanese poster. I don't mind it. It's goofy. And then this one, which is, I don't know what language this is in. But yeah, this is a crazy-ass poster. My dad was confused. He's like, why are there dinosaurs in Mario? And I'm like, oh, you don't know. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. That should be it for the mail video. Supanova was fun. Nice seeing Joel again. The people on Umbrella were really nice, which was great. It was wonderful seeing Freya and Bimpy, Alex, and hanging out with friends. Anyway, I'll regret my life choices at a later time. But I think in reality, I actually kind of saved money, at least for the Umbrella end, because I cancelled the orders I had and got things in differently. But maybe not at the same time. I'm pretty sure I did, because I ended up getting the Giallo film on sale, like with a discount, same as the Raid on discount. So, you know, I think for that reason, yeah, this may have saved me money. Somehow. Okay, bye.